Okay, so we've been doing, everything in a gravity eliminated position. At some point, we need to function against some gravity, okay? And so a good step in that direction would be to use an exercise ball. And so, and again, this is a little higher level stuff. With most people, we may just start them in a seated posture like this. Okay, so they're in a seated posture. You're going to have them elongate to try to be as tall as they possibly can, and then again recruiting the abs. And then from there, maybe just doing a little bit of marching like this. And that's a little more difficult than what it even looks. And then doing it without the hands, but see how my shoulders are staying level? You can even kind of straighten a leg out, straighten the other side. You can do, arms with that. You can alternate, arm opposite leg, arm opposite leg. And then with the goal of eventually doing this with a ball. And I should have demonstrated this too. Even when they're in a seated position, teaching them how to do some pelvic tilts. So again, this is something that everybody that comes in should be able to learn how to do. You've done pelvic tilts, in a couple different positions now. Sometimes it helps to put the hands back there, roll, the glutes onto the hands, off of the hands. But see how my shoulders are staying stationary? And then again, I'm just doing a pelvic tilt from there. And then I can progress these activities from the nice stability of a tabletop onto a ball. And so from here, I can roll the ball back and forth, and I'm having to do this all with my pelvis. You notice that my shoulders really are not going anywhere. So those should be nice and stable. And on a ball, you could even do some lateral stuff, which we haven't introduced yet. But if you could go, hips to the side, hips to the other side. I mean, you'll feel where your restrictions are. Like when I go to this side, this hip is restricted. I go to this side, it's more my mid back. So you'll feel those restrictions. But again, with time and effort, those restrictions minimize. To stabilize, you're gonna, again, be as elongated as you can. Practice, lifting your arms first, and then practice, lifting a leg. And again, you have something to hold on to just in case. And then you can go alternate. So it's left leg, right arm, right leg, left arm. And so that's basically the progression. If somebody's really high level and they want to just have fun while they're watching television, they could just start, kind of balancing on this, and then you're working, more reflexively. I hesitate to do this with patients unless they're, high level, and I don't think they're going to fly back and hit their head or something like that. But, ball stuff like that is pretty good. Now, the ultimate level that I'll show you is just getting on hands and knees. I wouldn't call this an ultimate level, but this is kind of difficult. And coming in to into a vertical position, doing a pelvic tilt so that your back is flattening. I really feel this through my hip flexors, meaning I need to work on that flexibility. But just holding this position is a good exercise, okay? And it's padded here, so I'm okay. From here, you could lift your arms up. As your arms lift up, it's more difficult to hold the stable position. You really have to recruit your glutes and your abs at the same time. You can get an exercise ball, lift this up. So this is something that would be done, with people that are getting closer to graduation, not eventually. But this is, again, we're getting vertical, and just a really good way to stabilize in a vertical position.